You're listening to the Taheebo Tea Club radio show, hosted by Milan Vukovic, founder of the Taheebo Tea Club.
Since Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco super tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus doesn't grow on, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. Parasites would be something like stomach problems or Lyme's disease. Inflammation would be something like rheumatoid arthritis or lupus. Infection would be any infection from a tooth infection to a bladder infection. Viral would be something like herpes, HIV, or coronavirus. And fungus would be something like toenail fungus, yeast, or candida. But maybe more importantly, what the tea does is build the red corpuscles, which bring oxygen to our organs and cells, and our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer happens to die in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because what it does is help regenerate new cells, everything from the cells in our skin so we look better, to the cells in our organs so they function properly, and it can truly be miraculous for somebody fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to infection, diabetes, or cancer. Now, we've got a couple of listeners on the line. We've got about 12 minutes left to go. Go ahead, listener. You're live on the air with Milan Vukovic.
Oh, hi. My name is Jim. I'm calling from Aurora. I've been listening to your program. I've been listening to your advertisements and your programs for years, and I don't know why I haven't pulled the trigger, but is it, I guess we're all kind of like doubters, like it can't be that good.
Yep.
But you do have a money-back guarantee, right?
No, we don't have a money-back guarantee, and the reason that we don't is that we don't do sales or specials or whatever cases. We do have a discount when somebody buys a 4-pack or an 8-pack. It's kind of like buying a soda. One soda is more expensive per soda than when you buy a 6-pack or a 12-pack, that sort of thing. And the reason that we don't have a money-back discount is because we're not claiming that it's absolutely going to help 100% of the people because everybody is different. So, for example, we know that it'll help 90% of people that are taking insulin and that have type 2 diabetes to get off of insulin in 2 to 3 months. Now, why it doesn't work on the other 10%, we don't know. I mean, are those people, just genetically their makeup is that it won't help them, or are they eating Twinkies all day long, or whatever the case is? So no, seriously. So we tell everybody, here's what happened to these people, and God willing, it happens to you too. At worst, you're gonna, drink good colored flavored, water, tea, and hopefully it'll do for you what it's done for all these other people. And the only way you're gonna find out, however, is to try the tea. And, so from that standpoint, the tea's efficacy is exactly what we say on the radio program. All those cases are absolutely true. Everything that I say on the radio is true. Everything that's on our website is true. Everything that's in our literature is true. And to say it's going to happen to everybody would be unrealistic. There'd be no disease in the world. There'd be no disease in the world if that's what happened.
Well, it just sounds so promising. It really does.
Yeah, I tell everybody, listen, there's certainly hope it'll help you. If you got diabetes, heck, a 90% success ratio, I mean, that's a lot of hope. If you've got, prostate issues, I mean, you've certainly got hope. You got to drink something anyway. Whether you're drinking water or you're drinking tea. In my family, when we were introduced to the tea in 1998, when my father had colon cancer that spread to his pancreas, and the people brought the tea over when I was planning a funeral for my dad because he had 2 months to live. I'm looking at the people like they're Martians. I mean, my dad's getting treated at the Houston Medical Center, the biggest medical center in the world, and everybody's saying, hey, your dad's got 2 months to live. You need to put his affairs in order, which of course meant plan a funeral. And these people tell me the tea's going to help heal my dad. But, I'm polite to the people anyhow because they came over and paid their respects and, brought the tea with them. And my dad, to his credit, figured, well, what the heck? If I've got 2 months to live, what's the difference I'm drinking water or drinking tea? I got to drink something anyway. He's still drinking the tea now 23. No, seriously. He's still drinking the tea now 23 years later. He's 89 years old, going to turn 90 in about 3-4 months. And at the age of 89, not only is he cancer-free, he's in such good health that he really does continue to mow my lawn, which, like I've said before, I'd be embarrassed about it if it wasn't for the fact that he enjoys doing it, and I know it's good for him.
Exactly.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
Now, this next segment is a segment with live listener call-ins from previous shows, and you'll be hearing their questions, their successes, and their experiences with Taheebo tea. So please do give us a call and let us know how the tea works for you. Thank you. The detox happens immediately once starts drinking the tea, the first 3 to 5 days. Now, to answer the final part of your question there, Dave, was whether a person should start drinking a couple of cups a day and then ramp it up to 8 cups a day, or should a person jump in right away and drink 8 cups a day immediately? Now, either way, the tea will certainly detox the body. The difference being is that if somebody's drinking 2 cups a day, it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks to detox the body, as opposed to if somebody's drinking 8 cups a day. So if somebody is going to work 9 to 5, they may want to ramp it up because they may not have access to a bathroom. You're not going to get diarrhea or anything like that, but when you do need to go, if you have infestation, it'll get rid of the infestation either through the skin or through urination or through the stool. And but the cases where a person has severe infestation, that happens also right away if a person is drinking 8 glasses a day. So if a person doesn't have to go to work, in that case, it is better to just go ahead and get rid of the infestation, because that example that I had of the customer who was passing worms that are 10 and 15 inches long when he was going to the bathroom, can you imagine what relief he got? I mean, like he said, he says, I don't know how the heck I was living with them inside me. I mean, he says it was like a Hollywood movie when I went, a horror movie when I went to the bathroom. So, the choice is really yours, whether to start with a couple of cups a day. And if, on the other hand, you're not fighting a life-threatening condition, you can certainly start with a couple of cups a day. The tea tastes great. It has no contraindications with anything. You can take it on an empty stomach, on a full stomach, with medication, without medication, and it's got no caffeine. So you can literally drink it all day, all night. We know it doesn't have dramatic effect on having to, go to the bathroom or anything, because when my son was 8 years old, I used to cook up the tea for his Little League baseball teams and football teams, and all the 8-year-olds used to guzzle it. The only thing I would do for them is I'd go in my backyard, pick up a bunch of lemons, chop up the lemons, and put them in the tea, and the kids used to guzzle it, and nobody had diarrhea or anything like that. So from that standpoint, you don't really have to take very much care with the tea. But like I said, if you are working, if you are working and, you want to play it ultra safe, just do a couple of cups a day and, then ramp it up little by little, and it'll still do the detox, but it'll take a little bit longer. Is there anything else on your mind today?
No, that is it. Dave had to leave for an appointment, but we thank you so much. This was very informative, and we thank you for the tea.
God bless you, and thank you so much for calling, and thank you so much for the kind words. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, hi, sir. Hey, I was wondering about when you were talking about compress and whatnot. That's very interesting. Do you have an idea how you make those? And then my second question, just as a kind of an add-on, is does this help hemorrhoids?
With regards to the compress, you can't hardly go wrong. In other words, the tea is so effective topically that, in essence, you don't even need to make a compress. If you just apply the tea topically, just take some in your hand and put it on wherever you want, or if it's a cut, just pour a little bit over the cut, something like that. It'll start to work. It'll start to work right away. So for a compress, the listener's wife's friend that had called in, what she did is she took some gauze and then wet the gauze with the tea, and then just wrapped her hand, or I think it was her wrist that got burnt. She just wrapped her wrist with the gauze, and that's how she started getting immediate relief in terms of the pain going away right away, and that sort of thing. So yeah, you can't hardly go wrong. Whatever's the most convenient. When I start to get, for example, an age spot somewhere on my skin or whatever the case is, because let's face it, none of us is getting any younger. And one time I had this age spot that was a black dot in the middle of my forehead. It looked like I'd stabbed myself in the forehead with a magic marker, and I was going to paint one of those red dots like I was going to turn Hindu or something, right? In the middle of my forehead. Now, had that spot been anywhere else on my body, I said, okay, no big deal. On the other hand, it kind of looked stupid, smack dab in the middle of my forehead. So what I did was I put some tea in a shot glass like I was going to shoot tequila, put that shot glass on the bathroom counter, and then in the morning, after I showered, I just dipped my finger in the shot glass and, put the wet finger on that dot, a couple of times. And, of course, it, dries off like in 20, 30 seconds. And the tea doesn't have any smell, doesn't have any oil. So, from that standpoint, if you apply a lot, just dab off the part that's dripping with a paper towel. And I would do the same thing at night before going to bed. And I surprised myself with my own tea. In a month, the thing was gone. And it had been there for 3-4 months before it occurred to me, to try my own tea on the spot. So, you can't go wrong with application of the tea topically, whatever is convenient and easiest for you. Now, with regards to hemorrhoids, the tea is effective for hemorrhoids because hemorrhoids are basically swollen and inflamed veins that, of course, cause discomfort and bleeding. And since our tea is a fantastic anti-inflammatory, it's very effective for hemorrhoids.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
And not only that, the other thing is, rather than putting hemorrhoid cream, for example, on the hemorrhoids, you can just apply the tea topically, and you're not going to have the greasy cream on your body. And like just as we were talking with regards to the compress, I mean, you can just put some in a separate little plastic bowl or cup or whatever you have, and just apply it topically with your hands. It'll the most of it will evaporate in 30 to 60 seconds, and what doesn't, just dab off with a paper towel, and you're not going to have to use the greasy creams, and you're going to get relief from the hemorrhoids starting very, very, very quickly, because as I was mentioning before, when the tea is applied topically, it works virtually immediately, and it starts to heal up the wounds, even cuts and that sort of thing right away.
Wonderful. The other question is, when someone first gets the tea, how would you say do a detoxification?
Yeah, I mean, with regards to detoxification, the tea will detoxify the body because it comes from the only tree in the world that fungus doesn't grow on, so it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. And unless a person is concerned that they're so infested and they have to go to work, and they may have to pass stool and not have access to a bathroom, in which case they can start off slowly, a couple of cups a day. But I would say for 99% of the people, first of all, they don't have the severe infestation to actually even experience that. So we tell everybody to dive in, and the more tea they drink, the better. In my family, everybody drinks it instead of water, and that's just a personal call. If one wants to start with a couple of cups a day and then ramp it up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or whatever, or just jump in, because you can easily do that, and your chances of having severe enough infestation are like 1 out of 10,000. And so we get like one customer a year that calls us up that tells us about that. So you can certainly dive in right away and drink as much of the tea as you like. I mean, if you've got a life-threatening condition, you have to drink a lot of the tea, because it's a race. You need to beat the disease before it beats you. But if that's not the case, you can easily do 2 cups a day, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, as much as you like.
Okay, wonderful. And
Great.
Quick,
Sure.
how much tea do you make a day, or how do you make your tea?
Yeah, I personally follow the exact recipe that we have printed on the packaging. And we used to have on the packaging printed, for every 2 cups of water, use 1 tablespoon of tea. And then we started getting phone calls where people going, the tea is absolutely working phenomenally, but I've got terminal cancer of this type, and I'm drinking 10 cups a day, so I'm spending all day cooking tea. Because even though we call our product tea, what you actually make when you prepare it properly is a decoction. And a decoction is just a fancy word for what our forefathers used to do when they used to take a root and cook it in order to release its beneficial properties. So it's really easy to make. The directions are on the package, but it's like cooking spaghetti rather than steeping tea. So then it occurred to us, we're not getting the point across that you can make 10 or 20 cups at one time. You can leave the tea in the pot. It'll stay good for 4 days without refrigeration. You can put the tea in the fridge. It'll stay good for 8 days with refrigeration. What are your PSA numbers right now, Dave?
Right now they're 7.5, and that, which my urologist said is normal for the size of my prostate, which is I forget the units, but 135 milliliter, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And if that sounds right, it's about 1.5 times the normal.
Your urologist hasn't taken any course of therapy yet, in other words.
I just had an MRI, which gave us the size, and with that, he determined he's comfortable with just a wait and see, checking the PSA now and then, but he doesn't feel I have any other, cancerous. It looked clear and everything, just very big.
Yep. Well, that may be a godsend that you haven't started any therapies yet, and I'll tell you why. None of the therapies that they have are easy therapies. In other words, the 3 therapies they have are surgery, radiation, and chemotherapy, and none of those is easy, and they're also dangerous to a large extent. And the reason that I asked you what your PSA level was is because typically what happens is that a man's PSA should be virtually undetectable, or these days they've got pretty good detection mechanisms. It should be less than 1, ideally. And what happens is, as we age, that starts to creep up a little bit. But as long as it's under 3, the doctors will not start any type of therapy. And once it gets to 3, they usually will put a man on a watch list. In other words, just like they're doing with you, we're going to watch what happens with it. And if it gets past 5, they usually start some type of treatment. Now, in your case, the reason that they haven't started the treatment is because you've basically got a large prostate. That a large prostate is causing the PSA to go up. So they're going to be monitoring the PSA and the size at some frequency, probably every 3 months or something like that. If not 3 months, 6 months, surely. The typical healing time is usually 2 to 3 months. So if your next checkup is, let's say, for example, in 3 months, your PSA levels you should see going down. You'll know inherently yourself because if you are having to go to urinate multiple times a night and you're down to twice or once a night, you know that the enlargement is shrinking.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
For more information about the Taheebo Tea Club or to order, visit our website, TaheeboTeaClub.com. The first word is Taheebo, spelled T-A-H-E-E-B like boy, O. The second word is tea, spelled T-E-A. The third word is club, C-L-U-B, then .com.